I have to be honest with you, if you're trading without a proper trade plan, then you are not trading, you are gambling, all right? But don't worry, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make a trade plan and more importantly, explain to you the components that really need to go into your trade plan if you want to be successful. So let's get stuck into it. Now, first, the 101s of trade plan, okay? Now, following your plan and being consistent is the key to building a winning edge, okay? If you're not consistent and repeating the same things over and over again in the market, you will not be consistent and you'll not be profitable in the long term, right? Now, what a trade plan does, and following a trade plan removes as much emotion and stress as possible, okay? Trading is an unpredictable game. We don't know what's going to happen in the markets, but by having a structured and trade plan that you're disciplined to follow, it removes the emotion and as much decision making as possible in the heat of the moment when you're in the markets, okay? You just follow your trade plan like a checklist, okay? Remove the emotion, remove the stress, and remove as much self-doubt as possible, okay? Now, gathering data is the key to having confidence in your trade plan, okay? It's no good having a trade plan if you don't know that it works, okay? You won't be confident to follow it. So it's really important to either get and learn a trade plan from somebody you trust that you know is a successful trader, or put in the work yourself as well to test the data that goes into your trade plan to make sure it works. And that's what's going to give you the confidence, right? And like I said, trading without a plan is just straight up gambling, okay? We don't do that. We want to be professional traders. Now, this is really important, okay? A good trade plan includes much more than just trade setups and patterns, okay? And that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video, teach you all the components that need to go into your trade plan, right? Now, your trade plan needs to become your trading Bible, all right? Now, even if you learn a trade plan and get inspiration from other successful traders, you really need to make your own trade plan, okay? Now, the work that goes into building a trade plan is actually really, really good for instilling the things that you put in your trade plan and burning them into your memory, okay? So even if you learn a lot from this video, I want you to go away. I don't want you to just copy and paste what's in this. I want you to create your own trade plan, because that work of actually building the trade plan helps build confidence and helps reinforce things in your mind, okay? Now, all right, goals. This is the first thing you want to have in your trade plan, okay? Now, this was a motto I heard from one of my mentors a long time ago, and it really resonated with me and it stuck with me, okay? Whatever your goals are, think big and double it, right? Think big and double it. I know it sounds like a bit of a cliche, but it's true, okay? A lot of people put self-limiting beliefs on what they can achieve, and I'm telling you that the income potential and the possibilities with trading are really uncapped, and it all comes down to you and how much work you're going to put into it, okay? So whatever goals you have, I want you to think big and then double them, right? So in your trade plan, you got to have things with your short-term goals, okay? These could be things like becoming consistent, no errors, executing this over and over again. Maybe it's short-term financial percentage goals, but you want to have some short-term goals and really timestamp those, okay? Within a month, I want to be consistent with this. Within a month or two, I want to achieve this, right? That's very, very important to give yourself short-term realistic goals, but most importantly, know how you're going to achieve those goals, okay? Secondly, long-term goals. These are very important to keep in the back of your mind, okay? Because trading is not a linear, straight journey to success, all right? You can have ups and downs, but you need to have those long-term goals there, because that's going to be your motivation, okay? When things get a little bit tough, you need to remember why you started on this journey. So having those long-term goals, things like your dream lifestyle, escape the 9 to 5, have, time, location, financial freedom, all that sort of stuff, right? Now, financial goals. Now, if you're going to have financial goals, I don't want you to think in dollar figures, okay? I want you to start thinking in percentage figures, so they're really, really scalable and truly uncapped, okay? So with your financial goals, okay, the lowest time frame financial goal you want to have is monthly, okay? Don't think about making X amount in a day, X amount in a week, okay? Because trading is not linear, okay? You don't make the exact same amount every day, okay? So it's average over time. So you can look at things like monthly goals, and then annual goals is really, really good as well. And then have some personal goals, okay? Maybe there's some things you want to work on with your self-development, okay? Maybe you want to become more patient. Maybe you want to become more disciplined, okay? Maybe you want to work harder, put more time in. Whatever that is, have some personal goals, get them in your trade plan, and keep yourself accountable to those goals, right? Now, affirmations, all right? Now, this might be a little bit woo-woo for some people, but it's really, really important, okay, to have these affirmations, right? Some positive reinforcement and some quotes that you like to live by and really help your trading, okay? Some people will put things like these on little sticky notes and put them around, their computer, either helping remind them of important things, but also reminding them and affirming them of some positive affirmation and quotes, okay? Now, some things you might want to put there in your trade plan, things like, I will take money from those who haven't put in the work I have, okay? If you can confidently say that statement, okay? If you know you've put in the work, okay, and you will take money from those who haven't put in the work, right? Because that's what trading is all about, okay? Traders versus traders, right? Some other things here, okay? The results of each individual trade is irrelevant. It's really important to remember that, okay? Don't focus on money, focus on trading well. That's so important, okay? Because the money will come. Wins and losers are irrelevant, okay? It's about being consistently trading well over time. All right, this one's big, thinking in percentages and not in dollars. Okay, I talk a lot about this. Okay, I've actually got a free trading masterclass where I give you my top 3 trading secrets. The link to that video is below. Okay, we talk a lot about thinking in percentages and not in dollars and why that's so important. So jump down after this video and check that masterclass out if you really want to learn about percentages and why it's so important. All right, another one. Trading is a marathon and not a sprint. Okay, you need to remind yourself of this because sometimes it can feel like you're not getting anywhere within 1 or 2 days, but you really want to zoom out and go the bigger picture. And that's where it helps going back to your goals and remembering why you're playing this game. All right, this is a big one, okay? Don't predict, react, okay? Very important to remember that in the markets. We are reacting, we're not trying to predict. Another one here, the markets can and will do anything at any time. This is important to remember, okay? Because you can have a perfect A-plus trading setup, but something can happen in the world, something can change in the markets, and the markets can react really violently, okay? And anything can and will happen in the markets. So just because you lose a trade doesn't mean it was a bad trade, okay? Things will happen that are well outside your control, and it happens all the time. And remember that sticking to your plan is good trading, right? So these are the types of affirmations. So come up with your own things that really resonate and are important for you. Okay, your routine. This is very, very important, okay? So what is your pre-trading routine? What makes you feel best before you trade, whether this is on a daily basis or on your trading days, whether it's, going to the gym, having breakfast, going out for coffee, it might be getting some sunshine, going for a walk, heading to the beach, whatever it is. Have a routine that makes you feel best and get you in the best state of mind for your trading. All right, you want to have a during trading routine. Okay, so what are you going to do during trading? Make some rules around this. Okay, maybe do you put your phone on silent? Okay, maybe you listen to your favorite playlist. Whatever it is, have a really good routine around your trading and try and be as professional and structured as you possibly can. And then you want to have an after trading routine. Okay, what is your review process? How do you unwind and relax from the markets? Okay, because it's very easy to be in the charts 24/7. You really want to have a routine around what you do after your trading is done for the day. Okay, now assets to trade. All right, know what you are trading before you step into the markets. Okay, it's very easy to open the charts and to start flicking through assets, whether it's crypto, forex, what have you, trying to find a chart that looks good. Okay, but you want to trade assets that you know. Okay, you've studied the price action, you know how it behaves. Okay, so you want to list, either the asset classes you're going to be trading and the individual assets you're going to trade. Okay, so maybe even if you want to trade crypto, maybe you are going to stick to Bitcoin and Ethereum only. Or maybe there's certain alts, okay, XYZ alts that you're going to trade only. So don't just go searching trying to find something that looks good on the day. You want to trade like a professional and have a plan. It's the same with, other asset classes such as forex, commodities, whatever it is. Have those listed in your trade plan so you are confident, okay? You don't want to just go trade something random and you find a chart that looks good and it's a losing trade. You kick yourself because you've never studied the chart. You don't know how that price action behaves. So know the assets and the asset classes that you are trading, right? Tools, okay? Know exactly what you're using before you step into the markets, okay? So this is things like your charting programs, your brokerage, your exchanges, the indicators you're going to use, right? Now, it is so important to know these tools and these platforms back to front, okay? It's like when you get into a new car, okay? The first time you get into a new car, even though you've driven a car before, okay, it still takes a little while to feel comfortable and have second nature where all the buttons are, where all the knobs and the dials are. It's the same thing when you're using a trading platform. You want to know that program and that platform like the back of your hand, okay? Because in the heat of the moment, when you're in the live markets and you've got money on the line, the last thing you want to be thinking about is trying to find the user manual of where the button is to close the position or, change something in the chart settings. So really put in the time to study the tools, the programs, and the platforms you're using in the markets. That's going to help remove as much stress and emotion as possible, right? Now, your process, you want to remove these variables, okay? So you want to repeat this over and over again, all right? The way I break it down is I have a weekly process and I have a daily process. So once a week, usually on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon, I do my weekly analysis and I build my shortlist, okay? Identify things that I'm interested in for the week that may set up as potential trades, and I set alerts on those, okay? So that's a big analysis I do once a week, okay? Now, on a daily process, you want to have another process, okay? So I've already got that shortlist from my weekly analysis. Now I'm setting more alerts, responding to alerts, and then obviously entering any trades that are there. So you want to have a really clear weekly process. When do you do that weekly process? Be consistent with it so you're seeing the same things week out in the market, and trading really needs to become repetition, okay? You've got to turn into a trading robot, and that's how you become successful, right? Now, have it in your trade plan of what your top-down analysis involves, okay? It's no good just jumping on the charts and starting to find things that look good. And every time you jump on the charts, you're looking at different things. You're marking different lines. You're identifying different things. You want to have a really structured top-down process with order of importance of the things you're looking for. So every time you jump on the charts, it's the same thing over and over again. Okay. Now, back when I was a firefighter, we had these things called these standard operating procedures. Okay. So we followed a structured process and we do tasks the same every single time, no matter what dynamic and crazy situation we're in. Okay. You want your trading to be very, very similar. Okay. Have a listed and set process for your top down analysis and know exactly what you're looking for and why you're looking for it. All right. Now, your trade frameworks, you want it to be very, very clear what trades you're looking for in the market, okay? There's no good just taking, random trades at different times because it looks good, okay? You saw someone on social media maybe take a failed swing trade, but it's not in your trade plan. Or then you see something that might be, a support or resistance retest, but you've never tested it, you've never traded it, okay? So be very, very disciplined, very strict. And as I got here, you want to be a sniper, know exactly what you're looking for, be patient and identify when those things happen, and do not force trades. Okay, very, very important. So whatever your trade frameworks are, be very, very consistent and very, very disciplined. Okay, if you want to learn the exact trade frameworks I use, jump for the free trading class below. And inside there, you'll get access to the Ronin Trading Academy. I teach you exactly my trade frameworks, what I'm looking for in the chart, and more importantly, how you trade them, all right? Now, your entry triggers, okay? So you've identified your trade frameworks you know you're looking for, but what are your entry triggers to actually get into the trade, okay? You need to see your entry trigger, and that comes back to do not predict, react, okay? So when you see your entry trigger, you react, and you need your entry trigger to be able to give you your entry point, okay? And these need to be based on technical locations, based on your trade plan, and also your invalidation point and your stop loss, okay? You don't want to be putting your entry and your stop loss in a place that you think feels good, okay? It has to go in a place with a technical location and there's a reason for it. And like I said, I can teach you all of that if you want to jump down and check out the free trading masterclass below, all right? Now, this is so important. If you don't see your entry trigger, do not enter the trade, okay? Don't think this feels good. I think I know what's going to happen. If you don't see your entry trigger, don't enter the trade. Even if the trade plays out and it would have been a winner, do not get FOMO to jump in. All right, if you don't see your entry trigger, do not enter the trade. Now, trade management, remove the emotion, okay? Once you're in a trade and you see your P&L going up and down, it's very easy to become emotional. So you want to have very technical targets for taking your profits or setting your targets, okay? Same with your stop loss management. Maybe you trail the stop loss behind the position, and any triggers to close a trade early, okay? You don't want to be making these decisions in a trade based on how you're feeling, okay? Remove the emotion and have rules, strict technical rules around all these things, and know exactly how you manage your trades. Put it in your trade plan. Now, risk management, exactly the same, okay? As a professional trader, protecting your capital is key, all right? That is your number one objective and your number one responsibility. So once again, risk management, you don't want to be feeling on the day, or maybe I'll risk 5% today and tomorrow I'll risk 1%. Have it in your trade plan. Know what you're going to risk before you even open the charts for the day, because it's in your trade plan. So your risk percentage per trade, incredibly important to understand that and be consistent with it. Okay, your max open risk percentage. So at any one time, how much will you have open risk? Okay, so this might be, say, 3% for you. So each trade you risk 1%. So you won't have more than, say, 3 trades open at a time. Max daily loss. Okay, that might be 2% for you. So if you lose 2 trades in a row, no more trading for the day. Step away, walk away from the charts. Okay, this is going to help you avoid emotional revenge trading. Max account percentage drawdown. Okay, so maybe you set a drawdown limit on your account of maybe 5 or 10%. And if you draw down 10% on your initial account balance, that's when you step away and do a big review of your trading. Okay, check out your journal. What's going wrong? What do I need to trade? It's a bit of like a backstop or a hard stop to stop you spiraling if things are not going well. And also some rules around trading major news events, okay? So maybe you'll close trades before major news events. Maybe you move stop to break even. Maybe you'll take profits, whatever it is, put it in your trade plan. As you can see, there's a lot that goes into a trade plan, a lot more than just entry triggers and trade frameworks, okay? Like I said, this really needs to become your trading Bible, okay? Now, your trade plan can evolve over time. As you get more experience, you learn new things, you can find what's working, you can tweak your trade plan. But you really need to have this trade plan that gives you that structure to be consistent. Now, if you have any questions at all about a trade plan, drop them in the comments below. And if you want to learn a bit more about trading, I've actually got a link to my free trading Discord down in the description below. Jump in there, free Discord, heaps of market analysis, heaps of education just like this, and I'll see you in the next video.